plant. Digging deep to find the essence of living. Because life is not all about blinging.
Science of agriculture.
It involves soil being tilling on, seeds being planted on, taking care of your kids, creating a better future for them youth here. But our life will be an illusion with the failure of agriculture. But because of 500 years of slavery.
Hi, I'm your host tonight on What Matters at the Roundtable. Stanley, West McPherson, June the 14th, 2016. You can call us at the station live at Pegasus. You can call us area code 607-272-0319. We're on Time Warner's Pegasus, Channel 13. You can pick us up tonight live. Our broadcast, if you miss tonight, we're live. You can pick us up Wednesday night at 9 p.m. or Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. or Sunday at 3:30 p.m. But you can call in tonight if you have any comments or you might like our discussion. You can call us tonight live. Area code 607-272-0319. Also, co-host Milton, Webb, and our special guest from Cayuga Medical. She's a RN, and Marshal. We're here tonight to talk more about what has happened with the nurses and Cayuga Medical. How you doing, Ann?
I'm good, Stanley.
Good.
Thank you for having me back.
Thank you. Thank you for being back. I know that we did go, and the meeting and the hearing was about a whole week.
It was a little over a week. Yes.
And I do know that, some interesting things happened, and, we was glad to be there, support.
I'm glad for the support.
Yes,
Thank you.
And we really seen, some things that came out, some things that were said, and so we here to support you and the nurses for this union that y'all want.
Thank you. We appreciate the support.
Yeah. Good. So can you give us an update on, what had occurred? What is?
Sure, I can. So the NLRB hearings were held during the month of May. It was the first entire week, and then it continued on for another day, 2 weeks following. And these were charges brought by the National Labor Board against the hospital for unfair labor practices during the time that we were trying to unionize. Of course, we're still continuing to unionize and continue with the process. This was just a hurdle that we had to get through. So the point we're at now with the hearings have concluded, and the attorneys have until the end of the month to finalize their briefs, get all the evidence in order, and submit it to the judge who is at the hearing. And at that point, he'll make a determination on the judgment, and we'll go from there. And we're hoping to hear something in July.
Okay, beautiful. That's good. Yeah, I had met the judge. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yeah. David. Yes, David Goldman.
Yes.
I met the judge. I guess he kept seeing me showing up.
Yeah.
So he had no, I guess he obligation, to, hey, I got to say something to this guy, So we talked, and that was good, that he was a fair judge, and he listened to everything, and he really got involved,
It was good to see,
Yeah.
definitely. And it was, every day when I would walk into the courtroom, of course I was sequestered, I couldn't hear other people.
Right.
But when I would go in the morning or at the end of the day, just the community support and the number of people that actually showed up that weren't just nurses who were having interest in this community.
Exactly.
And it was great to see all the support and it was unbelievable.
Right. People showed up from all walks of life. Just was saying that, hey, listen, we're here to support you, and we're here to say that, you want a union, and you need to get a union because you need to get the things that y'all need for the union and to help you as a benefit. A benefactor, you need to be helped because the medical center was not doing its job. It was, in violation and all of this, and it's not really wasn't treating y'all right. So,
No.
You need a union to straighten things out. Basically it's the saying it's like a watchdog. You know
Right.
what I mean?
At this point, honestly, for the nurses who are there, it's going to be our only recourse. We didn't start out going for the union. We tried for years talking to administration, asking them to make changes, hire more nurses, that the staffing ratios that we have for patients and nurses are not safe, and there have been negative outcomes, and those requests fell on deaf ears, and without having a third party, we have no say.
Okay.
So by bringing in the union and getting a contract that they have to be held accountable to is how we're going to get this done and make this a safe hospital for the community.
Right.
Well, a lot of times when you ask people to do things, and it's things that you need, not things that you want, especially when you're dealing with the community. You get people who are sitting up, like Stanley says, CEOs, they're sitting up going, well, you know what? If we take away 4 of them, we can do this and we can do that. But they never want to give you the union. They never want to give you what you want. So as long as you guys are talking to them about this, they're telling you, yeah, okay, well, let's see what we can do. We'll work this out and this and that. And all they're doing is just stringing you along. But now when you get that union and you say, well, we need this, we need that, and then it gets to be like, okay, well, now we have to get them this and we have to get them that. But before, they wasn't writing down nothing.
Exactly.
They didn't want to hear what you had to say. And as long as they can buffalo you and keep you going, well, now you're getting a union.
Yeah, and that worked for a little while. And we kind of realized what was going on and said, we need accountability here.
Yeah, see, you guys were going on faith.
Yep.
You guys were going on faith, and they were going on, we got them.
Exactly.
As long as they don't have a union and they ain't got no representative, we got them. See, and now you guys are getting a representative, and there's nothing that they can do except for follow suit.
Right.
So, hey.
And this way we'll have a recourse when the staffing ratios aren't safe.
Right.
There's paperwork we can file
Right.
that say we're working in protest. This is not safe. This is not what you agreed to. You're violating the contract that we have now established through our union.
Right. And you know what? And sometimes you got to hold a foot to the fire because you know that they just don't want to do right. They don't even want to follow their own rules and regulations. So you automatically know that you need somebody, to be a watchdog, keep them accountable.
Yes.
And the union does that. It keeps them accountable for, when they violate, the union will let them know because they got the rules and regulations. They got the procedures.
Right there.
So it's like, you need them to watch people that want to break the law.
Right.
They want to do their own thing. It's procedures, and they don't want to follow the protocol. They want to do their own thing, and then they disregard what's in the book.
Right, because now the book don't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing like I'm telling you to do, we won't worry about the book. The book can sit over here and write the questions.
So you got to hold them. You got to hold them accountable. So this is the right thing to do, and plus, other establishments and nurses and doctors see that y'all doing this, they can, take a lesson and say, you know what, we've been getting treated twisted, all messed up. Maybe we should, do what they did. So this could be a stepping stone for other nurses and doctors.
And it's not just the nurses that are having problems. It's different departments. There's housekeeping, there's dietary, there's the aides. There are people we couldn't do our jobs without having their help.
Okay.
And they're having just as many problems in their departments. I know of a hospital aide who asked to have a group meeting with Human Resources, and they were denied a meeting.
They were denied a meeting?
They were denied a meeting.
Human Resource denied somebody?
Yes.
Oh, we need to get rid of them.
And interestingly enough, the week after the hearings concluded, the Vice President of Human Resources retired.
Yeah, because he's coming under fire now.
Yeah.
You see, you can't deny no one a hearing. See, this is what I'm saying. They don't want to follow their own protocols. They don't want to follow the procedures that's right there, and they want to overlook that and underlook and do what they want to do. So now they're forced to retire. You're holding a foot to the fire now, and this is what needs to be done. And so this is why we're making our move towards this living wage, helping people, because we're holding these people accountable. These CEOs, Wall Street, the governor, everybody. We're holding all of them accountable to helping people, stealing and robbing money. This income tax, this thing they need to abolish this. People getting so much tax taken out of their money, more taxes being taken out of people's checks than they get. Whatever the refund is, the receipt, they don't get nothing. They get more is taken out. I'm like, what's up with this? So this is a game, These people are taking people's money and they're taxing people and they're using it for their gain, okay? It's for their gain. It's not nothing for you. You're not getting nothing out of this. This is their gain,
And considering that the hospital is the second largest employer in Tompkins County, they're not a living wage employer. Housekeepers are making $10 an hour, working multiple jobs. Aides cannot support a family on a $10, $11 an hour job. And their jobs are unbelievably important to help the entire hospital run smoothly. And the fact that they're not a living wage employer in this town is unbelievable to me. It's shameful. Especially when you look at a 990 from 2014 that was filed, and you see that the year they told us there wasn't enough money to hire nurses, there weren't going to be no raises. The first time in over 20 years there was no bonuses given. Well, the CEO gave himself a $70,000 plus bonus and a percentage of a raise that was 10%. The CFO got a $40,000 bonus and a 10% raise. So, it's all public. You can look at the 990s from that year. But to come back and tell the people who are working there that they can't afford this, well, they can. They just decided to spend it on themselves.
Yeah, that's what they do. They rake in the money. They take the money for themselves. They are the big robbers, okay? They are robbing people, and then they're lying, and nobody is holding them accountable to it. This is what I'm saying. That's why I disassociate myself with this government, because the government is not doing nothing. You got to go to the president to get something done, okay? Barack Obama, that's why he came out with that wealth squad, That's to tax all the rich. That's to get them, bring them to justice. That's what that is. I read that. That's what that is, to get them. And get that money from them because they're lying and cheating and robbing people. And then they want to bring you under the RICO law if you got a couple of $1 million more than you should have, or they can't prove where you get the money from, but they want to use RICO against you, but they don't use nothing against them. And these people are stealing and robbing and taking our money, and nobody's doing nothing about it. But you know what? We found a way. We found a way to get them, and we're going to get them. And that's how we're going to bring the money back to the people. That's it. We're going, and guess what? If Barack Obama would let me get on that team, that wealthy squad team, listen, he's got a man that's going to do the job, because we'll go after every last one of them.
We'll go after
every last one of them.
Everybody that's on Wall Street.
That's right. All he needs is some good people to be on the team. That's all he needs.
That's it.
And guess what? He can look right here. What matters at the round table, because they'll be out of here.
They'll be out of there.
That's right. They won't be robbing you no more.
Oh, no.
So I looked that up, and I found that because I was just looking at it all of a sudden. I said, whoa. It was like a bill. It was hidden. It's like if I had missed it or passed it, if I had just certain,